Well, this is certainly an exciting and historic day. Canada is going to learn very soon who it'll face in next summer's FIFA World Cup.
And just a few hours away, the roadmap for the tournament will unfold at the draw today in Washington, D.C. It's happening at noon. So the draw is going to work like this. It will divide the 48 teams, first time the World Cup's seen this many teams, into 12 groups of 4, with the teams drawn from 4 pots based on world rankings. The official match schedule, including the teams that will play in Toronto next summer, that will be announced tomorrow. All of the draw action is happening live today on TSN at noon.
So joining us live now with more on today's draw is former national team captain Atiba Hutchinson. Atiba, what an honor it is to chat with you. You're there in Washington, D.C., where it's going to be a historic day with leaders of the 3 countries hosting the World Cup. They're going to be there at noon to kick off this draw. What can you tell me about the emotions you're feeling today, you know, having captained Canada on the world stage, having such an illustrious career, and then making that tough call to step away from soccer, but you know, having it be in Canada this year? How excited are you?
I'm extremely excited. You know, the energy in and around Washington is amazing. And just to know this is a world stage, you know, the whole world is watching this, getting ready to see who's getting picked out, to see who's going to play against who. As a player, these are the special moments. You know, you've done so well. You've represented your country. And for Canada to know that we're going to be a host nation and we're going to be bringing in some of the best players around the world, best countries. It's an amazing feeling, and it's something I think we should be very, very excited about, because this is going to be really special.
Yeah, Atiba, I bet you wish you could pull the jersey back on, you know, especially to play in front of a home crowd. Of course, you're from Brampton, so close to Toronto. But let's talk about this. You know, the fact, this feels to me kind of like the next step in Canadian soccer, football evolution, right? We were in the World Cup last time out, didn't win a match, scored some goals, so made a little bit of history, but it looks like there's more to be made this time out. What's your sense of the pulse of the current squad for Team Canada and their thoughts, you know, playing at home, North American World Cup, and kind of making that next leap?
Yeah, you nailed it. You know, the team did well in the last World Cup, but didn't get any results. Yeah. Now we're coming home. You know how you've seen so many teams that have been host nations, and they've done well in these World Cups. So these guys are well prepared for it. You know, they've been fighting a lot. They've been playing some very good football. Players doing very well in their respected clubs. You know, winning championships. Now we're bringing it all together, and this is the perfect time for us to really go out there, make a lot of noise, but not just perform and play good in these games. It's about getting results now. They want to, you know, win games and push on to the knockout stages, and you know, continue to push on from there. So, I mean, this is a perfect time. I think everybody's really excited about it. We can't wait for this to come around.
Yeah. And Atiba, you know, the draw today will determine who Canada will face in 2026. Based on your experience playing against, you know, some of the world's top nations, what qualities do you believe Canada needs to bring into the tournament to compete on home soil successfully?
Yeah, I think a lot of what they've been doing, you know, they've been playing so good against, you know, some of the top nations in the world. You've seen what they've done against Argentina last summer in the Copa America. Unfortunately, didn't get a result in the game, but they went toe-to-toe with these guys. You're playing against Messi, and, you know, you're right in the game. So they have the belief in themselves, continue to just play the way they've been playing, and now figure out ways how to get results in these games. There's going to be some matchups where they'll be, you know, the favorites to win. And we've seen in, you know, some of the games that maybe it's a little bit hard to break down these teams that play lower in a block, and they're more defensive. So I think that's the next step for these guys, you know, to get the results in those type of games. And I think they'll be in good hands, but they'll be full of confidence. They'll be ready for it. And, you know, they're very excited.
So, Atiba, quick two final questions here. First of all, what is draw day like as a player, kind of seeing where things go? And what countries are you looking at that maybe make you a little anxious about, you know, Canada potentially playing them in their group?
Well, yeah, this is the time, you know, everybody comes together. You know, some of the guys will be in different parts, obviously, of the world, but, you know, they get on calls and kind of follow it together. Last time we had it, we were, me and Kyle Larin together with Besiktas, and we had 1 or 2 other players from other teams were in the World Cup as well. So it's just that energy, everybody talking about it, and just you want to see who that first team is going to be. And yeah, I mean, teams that we probably want to stay away from. Spoke a little bit about it. I think Norway, they have a very good team. You know, they've a great qualifying campaign. They haven't lost a game. They have so much, you know, talented players. They have Haaland, who's, you know, in the form of his life. So maybe one team to kind of stay away from. But to be honest, I think Canada is going to be feeling that they can play against anybody. Obviously, you want to get the best draw possible, but they won't have any fear of playing anyone. And I think that's the approach that we've always wanted to see in Canada. And it's a great time right now. We're going to need everybody in the country behind us. The support has come a long way for Canada, and this is where we want to be right now. So this is going to be cool.
Yeah, let's go.
It's going to be cool indeed. Atiba Hutchinson, former national team captain and the most capped player in the Canadian men's program. Thanks so much for joining us, and have fun today. Thank you.